Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to all for this auspicious Bhagavatam session. So we'll start with Kirtan, then we'll go for class. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Raja Janaranjana Yashodhanandana Raja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatho Jayamutirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 18. Kunti Uvacha Namaste Purusham Twadhyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alakshyam Sarva Bhutanam Antar Bahir Avastitam. Word to word meaning. Kunti Uvacha, Srimati Kunti said, Namaste, let me bow down. Purusham, the Supreme Person. Tva, you. Adhyam, the original. Ishwaram, the controller. Prakrite, of the material cosmic cosmos. Param, beyond. Alakshyam, the invisible. Sarva, all. Bhutanam, of living beings. Antaha, within. Bahihi, without. Avastitam, existing. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Purport. Srimati Kunti Devi was quite aware that Krishna is the original personality of the Godhead. Although she was playing the part of her nephew, such an enlightened lady could not commit a mistake by offering obeisances unto her nephew. Therefore, She addressed him as the original Purusha beyond the material cosmos. Although all living entities are also transcendental, they are neither original nor infallible. The living entities are apt to fall down under the clutches of material nature. But the Lord is never like that. In the Vedas, therefore, he is described as the chief among all living entities. Nityo Nityanam, Chaitanas Chaitananam. Then again, he is addressed as Ishvara or the controller. The living entities or the demigods like Chandra and Surya are also to some extent Ishvara, but none of them is the supreme Ishvara or the ultimate controller. He is the Parameshvara or the super soul. He is both within and without. Although he was present before Srimati Kunti as her nephew, he was also within her and everyone else. In the Bhagavad Gita 15.15, the Lord says, I am situated in everyone's heart, and the only due to me one remembers, forgets, and is cognizant, etc. Through all the Vedas, I am to be known because I am the compiler of Vedas and I am the teacher of the Vedanta. Queen Kunti affirms that the Lord, although both within and without all living beings, is still invisible. The Lord is, so to speak, a puzzle for common man. Queen Kunti experienced personally that Lord Krishna was present before her. Yet, yet she is entered within the womb of Uttara to save her embryo from the attack of Ashwatthama's Brahmastra. Kunti herself was puzzled about whether Sri Krishna is all pervasive or localized. In fact, she is both, but she reserves the right of the not being exposed to persons who are not surrendered souls. This checking certain is called the Maya's energy of the Supreme Lord, and it controls the limited vision of the rebellious souls. It is explained as follows. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swamin Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padhaya Nitai Kribha Pradhayine Gauragada Dhamadhaya Garagramadharine Nama Om Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Please confirm, am I audible? My mic is clear?
Yes, Prabhu, perfectly fine. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, I'm just grabbing this opportunity to start this Kunti Maharani's prayers. So somehow I'm so fortunate to have the first sloka of this Kunti Maharani's prayer. It's very enlightened sloka. The first sloka itself very deep meaning. It contains deep meaning. We will see how much we justify to the sloka. So here Kunti Maharani is starting her prayers after Uttara's womb that Parikshit was saved by Krishna. And this is the normal scenario in our home, that anyone very close to us, they come as a relative, as a guest, They, while going, we will feel little that separation feeling. So out of love, we will go till that end of our house, and we will just let little tears, and we say bye bye. So it's normal. Outer world, it's normal. But here, Kunti's tears and Kunti Maharani's words, it's not normal. It is transcendental. Because you see, Kunti Maharani, the carefully handling of the words here. Because Kunti Maharani she is not a normal lady. Since maybe we'll understand little bit about Kunti here. Kunti Maharani is a daughter of King Kunti Bhoja. So she is a nice daughter and very pious. In her early age itself, she will serve. Don't hesitate to serve the sadhus. You know the famous story, no? So how the Pandavas came. So when once Durvasa Muni, Durvasa Muni is famous for giving shop.
Shrapa.
Yes. So when he visited Kunti Bhoja Rajyam, when Kunti Bhoja is very happily received uh, our Durvasa Muni and his disciples, and he wants to give that hospitality. But what happened that the servants of the palace, they're so afraid to serve uh, Durvasa Muni and his disciples because he is very famous for angry, and he is very famous for giving sapa. So what is happening here? You see, there are sages. I told no the Rishis of Bharatavarsha. There is a book. So in that it's mentioned this Rishi Durvasha. He is he's a person is famous for giving shapa, and he is just sit and meditate and do his sadhana perfectly, or follow all the austerities, gain all tapasya bhala, the fall of the tapasya, and he has that energy, that power. Once what happened? Once he become angry and he gives up a total this the benefit of getting all the powers through the austerity, the doing the sadhana, it goes. Again he has to go for severe austerity. Again he gain power. Again the angry comes, he gives. So this is the nature of this rishi, Durvasa Muni. And what happened in that it's a very in a funny way it's said that Durvasa Muni only gave boon for two peoples. One is Kunti Devi. If you read Mahabharata, you come to know. When the servants are refused to serve uh, our Durvasa Muni and disciples, Kunti Maharani came forward. She is at the age of 10 actually that time. At the age of 10, she has that piety to serve sadhus. And Kunti Bhoja Maharaja is felt very happy that nobody came because I told if you're not serving, I will give punishment. That servant said, the sir said that if you give punishment also, no problem, we will not come because I will get sapa. Sapa is more than the punishment. So everyone refused. But here what happened? Kunti Maharani came forward to serve Durvasa Muni and disciples. It's not 1 or 2 days. It's a 1 year. It's a 1 year of serving of the great Rishi. So what happened through that? The Durvasa Muni himself feel very satisfied of Kunti's service. So that what happened? He gave a boon. He gave the boon that you whatever you wish it will happen. You will get the baby out of all 33 crore demigods. Which devatas the characters you want, you can meditate that person demigod. They will give you child. Okay, it's a diffi what to say. It's a mixed boon we can say. Whether it is boon or shapa, we cannot bless, but because of them, Panchapandavas we got. Anyway, that is another story. So that book, it's mentioned that there is a two boon he gave. One boon is for Kunti. Now you understand. You know what is the second boon he gave to whom? Anyone?
Radharani.
Radharani.
Yes, you are so clever. So Radharani got the boon. What is that boon? Is in your hand, who are all eating, they will be eternal. There is no death for them. They're become very glorious. So this is a boon. So that Radharani never missed to serve Krishna. Anyway, that is another story. So Durvasa Muni is a point I'm just here making. So what happened? Kunti Maharani is serving the nature. Because of serving tendency of the sadhu, she become a nice devotee. It's not only Durvasa. Overall sages visiting the Kunti Bhoj Rajya, she is the first person to serve. So that much piety, that much good quality Kunti Maharani possesses. So here we can see Kunti Maharani is a nephew of Krishna and Vasudev's daughter, means sister in one sense. So that she become an aunt of Krishna. But here she is just paying obeisance. Namaste. She is saying Namaste. Means what? I bow down. How come the senior person can bow down of junior one? Since she know she is her nephew. So this is Kunti Maharani is not doing for this thing. Kunti Maharani knows. Prabhupada is clearly mentioned in the purport that she could not. She is the enlightened lady. Could not commit a mistake by offering obeisances unto her nephew. So she is not a dumb lady to do all these things. And Krishna is not a person to not giving obeisances to him. He is a supreme personality. And here the word Kunti Maharani using here, you just see Kunti Maharani is you can come to know that Kunti Maharani is a pure devotee of the Lord. How come? In this verse itself we can come. First thing, first quality of the devotee is bow down to Supreme Lord. We are chanting Namami Ishwaram Satchidananta Rupa. Satyavrata Muni is doing Namami. First itself he is starting. Namam means surrender. So here Kunti Maharani also doing Namaste. Means what? She is first itself surrendered. Surrendering is the first quality of the devotee, pure devotee, I'm telling. Then what she is addressing? Purusham, the supreme enjoyer. And he is not mentioning the supreme enjoyer. The second word you have to, the word you have to see that tu adhyam. So this tua, the Sanskrit word tua or tu is very significant. Some of the place it's mentioned but, some of the place it's mentioned the one and only, and you only. That is the meaning. We are saying no. Ramadhimurtishu kala niyamena tishtan nana makaro bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna swayam. It goes. Huh? So where the two comes, there are so many incarnations of you that came from you, but you, Krishnastu Swayam. So we are seeing in Bhagavatam also, Yatechamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So the two word is very, very important. Here also, Kunti Maharani using the Twa. Twa means the one and only you. Means what? Here Prabhupada is making the original personality. Original personality means you should understand what is the original. So other one was duplicate or what? It's not like that. Here Prabhupada is making the point that Jivatma also transcendental. Here Prabhupada is saying although all the living entities are also transcendental. They are neither original nor infallible. They are transcendental, but they are not original because they are subjected to this fall down under the clutches of Maya, the material nature. But Krishna is not like that. So this is the difference between the Jivatma and the Paramatma. So here the word very significantly used by Kunti Maharani. And next is saying the Adhyam. To Adhyam is the original Purusham personality. How the Sanskrit words used by Kunti Maharani, we can see here. And again, she is saying controller, Ishvaraha. And she is not telling simply Ishvara. She is taking a loan from Brahma. Ishvaraha Parama Krishna. Like that, she is taking Ishwaram Prakrite Param. So here she is telling the supreme controller. She is beyond the material cosmos. Wherever that param comes, beyond is the meaning. Means it's above the material cosmos. So parama ishvara, you can connect from the last word to first word. So when you will understand all these things, that you have the vision of Shastra to see Krishna. Here, the second line, third line is said by Kunti Maharani itself. Alakshyam means what? Alakshyam means the invisible, the who to whom Sarva Bhutanam, the living entities, all living entities, and she is quoting Antar Bahir Avastitaha. You can see all these things inside or within or without. She is understanding Krishna as Paramatma, and she is telling Purusham to Adya means the Bhagavan Tua, and she is telling Antar Bahir, the Brahman feature, the Brahman feature. So she knows Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan. So the pure devotee only can understand Krishna as a Brahman form, Brahman realized stage, and Paramatma realization, as well as Bhagavan realized. The pure devotee, the person only who can understand all these three. So Kunti understood. That's what she is making those words in his first verse of her prayers. So Antar Bahir means what? That Krishna is Sarvavyapi. So she is addressing Krishna as a Brahman, and also she is telling Parama Ishvara controlled. Is Antar means is within. Within means is a Paramatma. And Ishwaram Param Prahrite Param, he is addressing Bhagavan Tuam. And Purusham Tuadhyam, the original personality. She is not go for impersonalism. She is telling Krishna is a personal one, is a Bhagavan, is a person. So all these things we can learn from this wonderful verse. And we just had a little glance about Kunti Maharani. So wherever we see Kunti Maharani, but we just see Kunti Maharani, she never become queen. But Prabhupada is making Queen Kunti, Queen Kunti. Why it's so? See, Krishna, that sannyasi we called in ISKCON Maharaj, means they possess any country or they possess any state, but still we called Maharaj. What it mean? It means that they're controlling the senses, vacha, manasa, karmana towards the Lord. So they become Maharaj. They're controlling their senses to engage that towards Krishna's seva. Like that, here Kunti Maharani also called Maharani because she is completely surrendered to Krishna. Her whole senses, body, mind, and soul completely worshipping Krishna to the extent. You can see upcoming verses are very, very deep verses we are going through in the future. So there we will understand how Kunti Maharani is so great. Why we call it as Kunti Maharani. You see, Kunti Maharani never become queen because when she married Pandu, Pandu is not a king. Dhritarashtra is a king. And what happened once Pandu died, again Gandhari is a queen. She became Rajamata directly because of her five sons. After Yudhishthira became a king, she became a Rajamata, but she never become a queen. But still, Prabhupada calling as Queen Kunti means her senses, mind, soul, all completely engaged in Krishna Seva. So that's what Prabhupada, especially taking this opportunity to elaborate this Kunti Maharani's prayer, so that he made a separate book for this prayer. So prayers of Queen Kunti, you all know. So we should understand more and more in future. We'll hear from our senior devotees about this in future. So this is just little glimpse I gave to the extent maybe how much you understood or how much you know better than me. All these things we can discuss in further. So thank you, Hare Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Is there any question or comment or any point I missed? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Dandavat.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you firstly for beginning this wonderful series of Kunti Maharani's prayers, Prabhu. It was amazing. A lot of points. Just maybe in the speed I missed, Prabhu. You had 2 points I want clarification. You said that the Jivatma, you gave a comparison, no, Prabhu. That is why he's just relying. He's his Jivatmas are transcendental, but not that. Can you just repeat that, Prabhu?
It is there in the purport.
Because they are under material, that's why they are not referred to as.
Yes. So when Krishna will not visible, if you are not understanding Krishna as existing within or without, and the person who is not bowing down into him, they might not get Krishna is supreme personality of God. Like in Mahabharata, during the Bhagavad Gita is happening, 10th chapter, Krishna bow down. Krishna, I want to see you, the Vishwarupa. So he surrendered. Then only Krishna gave the Jnana Shakshu. I'll give the special vision to see me.
Okay.
Indeed. So this is not happening for common people. See, we are seeing Yudhishthira, our Dhritarashtra, Kauravas. They're having personally Krishna's association, but they will not accept Krishna as his original personality or supreme personality of Godhead. But whereas Pandavas did believe.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. The one more was that by in the second line, by saying Purusham, Kunti Maharani is addressing the personality. Prakrite Param, there she's understanding the Bhagavan feature. The other two you mentioned, which particular word, the Sarva?
See, when you can see this Antar Bahir Avastitam, she is understanding that he is existing inside or within or without. So without is mentioned this Brahman feature, within she mentioned as Paramatma feature.
Okay, bro.
And that's all that word helps for understanding that Paramatma feature and Bhagavan feature, like Ishwaram,
I got that,
Param, all Alaksham, all these things is used for understanding this word, Antarbahir.
Yes, Prabhu. I understood those, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you.
I give the time to the others.
Yeah.